What's good, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. Happy 2023. It's a brand new year for every one of us, and I hope this year has been good for you, especially this first part of January. Markets are pumping, even crypto is rising up a lot from Solana being at $8 to getting to a price of about $17 just yesterday. That's just a 2x in less than a month. And also various crypto altcoins have been pumping crazily, and even NFTs has been doing pretty impressively as well. You can see here, Bored Ape Yacht Club. I remember the floor was about 40 ETH back in November or something like that. Now floor price is 83 ETH. That's about 2x for such a big collection for BAYC. You can see Azuki is back at 16 ETH floor as well. It was hovering about 8 to 10 ETH in the bear. MAYC back to 20 ETH. Okay, the captain's min, pretty decent min price was about 1 ETH, and then now it's 5 ETH, etc. So yeah, both markets have been doing pretty well in the months of January. So will this continue? And what am I going to do next? So this, I will share my thoughts in this video. So stay tuned. So let me start on the NFT portion first, because I guess most of you are more interested in NFTs based on my YouTube analytics. You know, my NFT contents always do better than my crypto ones, so here you goes. So anyway, for NFTs, as I mentioned on Twitter in December itself, I already shared that I'm expecting a mini bull run in the NFT market, and it kind of did, right? In January, a lot of collections started to pump significantly, all the blue chips started to gain volume, etc. And that is why I got into Valhalla, I bought at secondary, and I'm still holding mine. So anyway, let me talk about the collections I'm bullish on, and the collection that I think that if possible, you can get in at a dip, and then pretty much you'll pretty much do very well in this month itself. Okay, so first up, let me just go back to a video I made about 2 to 3 months ago. Okay, I shared a project in this video, and it's none other than SteadyStack. At that point of time, the floor price was already 2 ETH++, alright? But I mentioned that the buy zone was around 1.5 ETH and below. And looking at OpenSea's activity page, you can see over here, it actually dipped to that 1.5 ETH range back in October, November, and you had 2 months to accumulate. And congrats to those who followed this call. Whoever bought in below 1.5 ETH and below, you are sitting at a pretty good profit. Looking at this, now the floor price is 4 ETH, which is insane, right? It did this in a bear market, and the mini bull run has occurred coming, and so it has risen to 4 ETH floor, which is pretty impressive. So congrats to those who got into SteadyStack, and I believe in the mid to long term this will go even higher. So that's SteadyStacks. The next project I want to talk about is Llama First. Right now it's sitting at a floor price of about 1.5 ETH or so. As we get back into the bull market, you know, you want to invest in those reputable teams and those founders who have been building even though it's in the bear market. And one of these founders is NFT Llama, founder of Llamaverse. He has been constantly providing value to the holders, and also there are very good alpha calls in the Discord itself. He has been building non-stop, whether it's thinking of new products or whatsoever. He has been doing his best, thinking of new ways to bring in more value for the holders, etc. So recently, it has seen an uptick in volume again and in floor price. Okay, it was sitting for a long while since about September at around 1 ETH or so. And so we have started to see some volume and bull run coming in, and therefore, I think this is a very good buy zone. Anything under about 1.4, 1.3 ETH floor price, it's a steal, man. As you can see at this graph, in the previous bull run, it reached a high of about 6 to 8 ETH. Okay, and it dipped down all the way to 1 ETH. In this chart perspective, okay, this is just an accumulation zone, And I feel that once we break the 2 ETH mark, we are just going to fly by to about the 3 to 5 ETH, no problem. So if it hits a floor price about 3 to 5 ETH, that's at least a 2x from where are we right now. So if I were you, I would look to put in some bids. Sometimes some of these holders will accept these bids. As you can see, the recent sale of 1.33, someone accepted that ETH offer. So if you want to get into this collection, I suggest putting in bids at below 1.4 ETH. And if you get in, congrats, welcome to the Discord. I personally have shared my buy zone and my reasoning in my Discord itself. So if you want, the link's down below. Anyway, it's all free. So yeah, I'm just sharing my thoughts. To be transparent, I have 3 Llamaverse Genesis, all static versions. Okay, bought 2 at around 1.4 ETH average, and I have one that I've held since mint price. So the mint was about 0.6. So yeah, I've been holding ever since then. So that's Llamaverse for you. Many more to come, many news to come. The news catalysts will be new products that are going to be generated very, very soon. So stay tuned for that. The next collection I want to shout out is Valhalla. Many of you do not really like Valhalla because, I don't know, maybe you think this is a PXN reincarnate, I don't know. But anyway, why am I shouting this project out is because, as you can see, floor price is about 1.1 ETH floor price, which is pretty insane because the mint price was about, I think, 0.5 ETH or so. Many people are calling that, oh, it's going to dump super hard and it will be like PXN, it won't recover because it's just a copy of anime art. But the community is super, super strong. Why? Because many Azuki holders are actually in Valhalla as well. This gives me Azuki vibes. And even though I don't really like how there's no like news catalyst which will push the floor price, the community itself is super strong, and therefore the floor is holding very, very strongly, and it didn't dip below 0.8 after it crossed the 1 ETH mark. So anything below 1 ETH floor price, I think it's a very good offer to get in. And my price targets for Valhalla is 2 ETH minimum in the short term, and mid-term, depending on how the product they are going to launch fares, because they are trying to make a platform similar to Twitch. So I don't know about that and how successful they will be. The floor price will depend on that. So if they're successful in their launching their product, definitely Valhalla, you can see it above 3 ETH or so mid to long term. Okay, so for now, I think if you want to trade short term, okay, 2 ETH target is a 2x from here. It's pretty good buy zone right now. So yeah, do your own research, but this is my opinion. The next collection I want to share is Beans. Okay, this is the secondary collection for Azukis. As we all know, okay, Azukis are kind of blue chip right now, and in my opinion, it's the second best ETH collection for NFTs. This is because it held a super strong floor of about 8 to 10 ETH in the bear market, and even those other blue chips you can consider like CloneX or Doodles, they have dropped significantly in the bear, reaching about 5 to 6 ETH, even below Azuki, right? And as you all know, Azuki hit a floor of 16 ETH just recently. And why is that? It's because a lot of people are speculating because on the 12th of January, it will be Azuki's anniversary date, and they're expecting some news to be announced on that day itself, and that's why Azuki collections and Beans itself has been rising the past week. So Beans is sitting at about 2 ETH floor. To me, Beans is like the MAYC of BAYC, and that's why I am shouting out this project. And I know most of you guys do not have enough money to buy an Azuki, so that's why I'm shouting out Beans instead. For the past week or so, I think it bottomed out at around 0.7, 0.8 ETH, and last week itself, it pumped all the way till now, 2 ETH floor. So to me, the buy zone was around 1.5 ETH, so now it's a bit more overvalued. But if you have liquidity to spend and you feel like speculating what's gonna be announced very soon, etc. Pure speculation play, this could be a buy zone for you below 2 ETH, and exit would be definitely around 3 to 4 ETH. Alright, so this is just a pure speculation play, so do your own research on beans. The last collection I want to share with you guys is Kanpai Pandas. Okay, it's an omni-chain NFT collection. It launched I think back in May last year. So Kanpai Pandas is basically a collection that exists on multiple blockchains, and you can transfer from chain to chain, and it's still part of the same collection. Okay, so it's sitting now at 1.6 ETH floor, risen about 1 ETH plus. It was sitting at a floor of less than 0.4 just about 3 to 4 weeks ago. Okay, it has risen significantly, and this is because there are many news catalysts coming up. They have a point system and a new game coming up, and they have also a lot of in real life opportunities to get tickets to sports games in US and a lot of other things. They're trying to create this exclusive brand, and with their cute art, okay, that's their aim. Okay, and it has been shoot pretty much by a lot of influencers as well, and that's why I think that this caused the floor to pump significantly. So if you guys know about Seppi Seals and if you guys know about Pudgy Penguins, you know the catalyst for their floor price wasn't really about the news coming out, but the community and the cute meta. So similarly, I expect this Kanpai Pandas to do similar price action. Okay, once it crosses 2 ETH, I think it will really rocket up to 4 to 5 ETH, and it's still pretty undervalued below 2 ETH. This is a decent buy zone. Okay, anything below 1.5 ETH is a good buy. Currently 8% listed, not too bad. Okay, and it's done significantly more volume the past 2 weeks. So if this keeps it up, no problem, 2 ETH should be reached very quickly, and then 3 to 4 ETH next. Okay, so just put your bids in below 1.5 ETH, you can get in. Fantastic. One more thing, I forgot to mention, the last NFT collection that I'm looking forward to is none other than Ether. I shared this many times already. I think it's going to do extremely well, and even though the min price is about 1 ETH or so, I am going to try to participate in the public sale. It's definitely a gas war, so for those that do not have much liquidity, I won't recommend this, but if you have, do try to get 1 Ether at least, because I think my prediction for the floor price will be at least 2 to 3 ETH right after the public sale. Okay, so anyway, since we are done with NFT portion, now I'm moving on to the crypto portion. Okay, I'm always starting off with Bitcoin first because most altcoins will mostly follow the price action of Bitcoin. Okay, so in December, I already shared with you guys back in this video. My last video, I shared BTC will go back to 20Ks, and it is not a clickbait. I also share with you why I think it's so, and why and how I'm taking this using Elliott wave theory. So now coming back to the charts, you see the same thing. I have not touched this chart pretty much since December, just to give me a clear picture of where are we right now. And I still think we are having a wave 4 pullback zone, which is what we are experiencing right now. That's what I think. Okay, so my expectations is still the same. We at least pull back to at least this level, 21K. Okay, then we'll monitor from there. I've been bullish since December over around this price action. Okay, this is the weekly chart, so every candle is 1 week of price action. I'm still bullish overall in Bitcoin for the short term, for at least January to February, depending how the price action works. Okay, zooming into the daily chart, we can see it's tried to break this 17.5K level once, but failed to break, and then came back down to grab more liquidity. And I think after this CPI, depending on whether it's bad or good or what, overall I still think, okay, if we can get a push above 17.5K, which is the May's low, okay, if we can break this high, maintain above, I can see it pushing up to at least 21.5K level, which is the price where it dumps significantly because of the FTX crash. Okay, So 21k minimum, that's my next price target if we manage to reclaim above 17.5, 17.6k. And I put a deviation here because this could all be a deviation once we reclaim this 17.5k level. And once we are above there and we hold above, next price definitely 21.5k target. And so nicely put, it's kind of like a mid-range between this low and this local high of 25k over here. This is the mid-range, right? So usually I play for crypto the top of the range, the bottom of the range, and the mid-range. So my target firstly is the mid-range. If you manage to reclaim above, hold above again, my next target, of course, 25k price action. So I wouldn't be surprised, if Bitcoin manages to push up, hold above, push even higher until about 26k, just to get everyone bullish again, and then finally one more last dump, okay, to a price of at least back to these lows and maybe 12 to 14k regions. Okay, so these are my thoughts for Bitcoin overall. Okay, this is the big picture. The best thing to do right now is to either wait for the reclaim and then wait for the retest, and then here's a very good long over here to at least the mid-range, and if you can hold above again, another long scenario is here. Okay, shorting. All right, how will I know if my long idea is wrong is if it comes back down, breaks below all these liquidity levels, okay, holds and retests around here, let's say, boom, this is my short trigger. So anything, if price comes below about 16k, I will then look for shorts already all the way down. Okay, if we get this scenario, we pump up to the mid-range, I would want to see price at least break above this high first, about 21.8, 21.9k, it comes back down, fails to hold above the 21.5k levels, okay, then starts to hold below, then this is also my short trigger. Okay, so if it manages to hold above, again this is the range to range level. Okay, next target was 25k, right? So if we get this scenario, then I would want to see this price action breaks above, get everyone bullish, then quickly comes back down below the 25k level, holds below, then that is my short again. Alright, so a few scenarios to see here. My main bias is still longs, so I want to play this long at around 17.6k level. Once it reclaims, holds above, then next target is 21k, last target 25k. Then we will see from there how does price action is. Okay, so this is just the general picture. Okay, just briefly talking about ETH. Okay, I shared in my Discord as well. Mid-December, this was the only swing trade I took, because similarly, it's pretty similar price action to Bitcoin. Okay, I long pretty much at the local bottom over here at 1160. Took some profits already at 1340. Almost the current top, right? But yeah, I took 40% off my swing trade over here, holding the rest for targets. My last target will be 1420 around this level, because that was the previous range high, and I think if he wants to pump, that was the level I want to see it touch. So I'm still leaning to ETH longs because of Bitcoin setup, and I'm now waiting for another pullback. Okay, at least so I'm not gonna take any longs right now until I see a significant pullback, at least maybe to the 1266 levels. This is a key level to hold, okay, for ETH. If it manages to hold, comes back down, comes back up, holds above, that's my long trigger, and my next target will be 1420 again. And if it goes actually even higher, 1500 at least. Okay, so that's my ETH plan. I'm not longing right now. I'm waiting for a huge significant pullback, okay, down to at least the 1266k levels. Shorting, I'm not interested in shorting right now unless we get a huge confirm below 1200 levels. Okay, so that's all for my video. Hope you guys take something from this video, and yeah, this is my first video of 2023. Hope to give you more information and more trade ideas on both crypto and NFTs. So thank you for listening, and hope you guys have a good day. All right, and remember, the markets are always here, but your capital may not. Peace.